with a blast of winter weather yesterday, definitely having an effect on the roads. It's the time where we see more accidents, slowdowns, collisions, all of that good stuff. Here with what you should know is personal injury lawyer Brenda Hollingsworth. Brenda, good morning.
Good morning.
Your phones ring off the hook at this time of year when people are getting into collisions out there?
They really do, and it's a little unexpected. You know, when the pandemic hit, we were told, we believed there would be a lot fewer accidents because people would be at home, they wouldn't be on the road. But in fact, that hasn't been the case. We have seen a very, even an uptick in the number of motor vehicle accidents and people calling our office this year.
All right, let's talk about our responsibility as drivers out there. You know, we get a dumping of snow like that yesterday. You got to get going, you get into the car. What's my responsibility to make sure the car is cleaned off, I've got winter tires, and everything's ready to go?
Right, so the number one reason when I'm asking someone who caused an accident, you know, what were you thinking, what happened here? I am almost always told, I didn't see the other car, I didn't see the pedestrian, I didn't see the cyclist. And clearly the car, the cyclist, the pedestrian were there to be seen. So making sure that you have clear visibility all the way around your car is vital. It's the law, but it's also vital. Like, you cannot drive if you cannot see. Same thing, you know, the sun's in your eyes because you haven't, you know, there's a glare because your windshield needs to be cleaned, but you don't have windshield washer fluid. That's your responsibility. You cannot drive if you cannot see. It's just that simple.
Okay, let's say you've done all the, you know, due diligence, you've cleaned off your car, and the conditions are just rough out there, and you still end up in a collision. What's the first thing you do?
So if you're in a collision, the very first thing you do is, you know, have regard for your own safety, the safety of any passengers in your car, and then whoever else is involved in the collision with you. So make sure nobody is out in the middle of the road. Make sure, you know, nobody needs urgent medical care. And if they do, call 911. That's always the first step. After that, it comes down to preserving whatever information and evidence you might need to sort things out with your insurance company and also to make a claim if you're injured. So that means making sure that you get all of the information from everybody involved. Now, I've been personally in situations where someone has not wanted to give me their driver's license, which was an unfortunate choice for them. But they, you know, telling somebody to, oh, well, here's my license plate, that's enough. Well, that's just not enough. So you want to make sure you get full license plate. Take a picture of their driver's license, take a picture of their ownership, take a picture of their pink slip with their insurance. You're going to need all of that stuff to get your case rolling if you need one. If they, so that would be the next thing.
Yeah, if they don't give you their, show you their driver's license, will just the license plate, if you take a picture of that, will that suffice?
Well, often not. I mean, if the person is if the driver is the owner, the registered owner, then you might be able to get that information through a license search. But very often people are driving cars that don't belong to them. And then what do you do, right? So the license plate is not enough. They have to show you their driver's license. And frankly, if someone refused to show me their driver's license, I would phone the police. I might phone the non-urgent number if it wasn't an emergency, but I would definitely phone the police.
What about injuries at this time? You know, I know in the summer they can be pretty catastrophic when the roads are bare and people are driving quite fast. We tend to be driving a bit slower when the roads are a mess. Are the injuries still pretty bad?
So we've had already a couple of catastrophic injury claims come to our office from this winter, so late 2020. So, you know, serious accidents can happen anytime. You know, speed is relative. If there's black ice and you're driving, you know, faster than you should for the conditions, you can still have pretty serious outcome. Cars spinning over, it doesn't really matter what speed you were going. If you're in a rollover, you can be seriously injured, and we know those are happening this year.
Yeah, bottom line is you got to follow the rules out there, right? And take it easy in this kind of weather. I mean, anything can happen in really just a split second. Brenda, always great information from you. Personal injury lawyer Brenda Hollingsworth. Thanks for your time.
Thanks for having me.